What's up, guys? In this video, I want to talk about what it means to be conscious and what it means to have a consciousness. I'm in a class right now at school. I go to a very cool school, and there's some really nice classes there, some interesting classes in my high school that I would say most general public schools don't get. And one of the classes that I'm in right now is called A History of Consciousness. And recently we've been talking about, the teacher's been talking about, what is consciousness? How do you define consciousness? And among other related things. And first of all, I don't really know. I think it's such a deep question, and I'm not even sure if I have even the slightest of an idea of what it is to be conscious. Like what about a human being is conscious? Is it simply just like a scientific thing that we have better problem solving skills? We have a bigger brain, so that just equals consciousness. Are we actually unique? I like to think that we are, right? But I mean, I don't know. I really don't. The other thing is, he was talking about, with the rise of artificial intelligence, and it will only get exponentially better, right? And kind of talking about how it's more important now than ever to know and realize what makes human and what makes consciousness a human consciousness, because I think it's going to get to a point where we won't even be able to distinguish an artificial intelligence human clone from a human with an actual brain. And I think he was talking about how, because of that and how that is coming, it's more important now than ever to really start to solidify and know in ourselves what makes us human. Because I think if we don't look deeply at that, and we don't examine it, and we don't kind of identify it, then that's our last saving grace. If the world does come to a point where AI live just intermingled, it will be really important to know who's actually a person. I mean, I guess for intensive purposes it wouldn't matter, but I would really like to know who's an actual human being. And then I don't know, there's a whole other can of worms that gets opened when you think that and start to imagine that. And is it possible for artificial intelligence to get to that level? Are we just overthinking it? Because there's a big argument where people say oh, artificial intelligence is just an overcomplicated or more complicated version of a computer, and it's just programmed more difficultly. I don't know. Clearly you can see my ignorance in the field of computing and code, but it's just a more advanced computer. And while that's true, our brain is just a more advanced computer, if you think about it, a lot more advanced. And so what distinguishes us? If we don't, we'll just, I don't know. It's a scary thought to think that we could live in a world where we don't know who's actually a person. And I guess maybe to some that's not scary, right? Maybe to some it's well, I don't care as long as they behave like humans. But I don't know. I think I personally do, and I think probably most people agree with that. So I'm interested to hear what everybody thinks in the comments. This is just a really interesting topic to me, and I think it's going to become more and more relevant and more, just relevant is a good word, in the future, in the near future too. I think 20 years. And by then it should be at a scarily good level, probably. So yeah, that's all I want to talk about today. Thank you guys very much for watching. And please do subscribe if you enjoyed. I'm trying to get to 250 subscribers, and it would mean a lot. So thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you tomorrow for the next video.